Welcome into the Nesson Digital Studios for another episode of Red Sox Now. I'm your host, Courtney Cox, and there is so much to get to in the baseball world, so let's jump right in.
I'm just so happy and blessed to call myself a Red Sox finally. This is by far the best day of my life, and I can't explain how happy I am.
Triston Casas is the first-round draft pick for the Red Sox in the 2018 MLB draft, and the third baseman is out of the American Heritage School in Florida. Standing at 6'4", 238 pounds, Casas impressed on the U.S. national 18 and under team in the international competition. He was the MVP of the World Baseball Softball Confederation U18 Baseball World Cup, leading not only the team but the tournament in home runs and RBIs as Team USA won gold. Casas has an arm that can produce 90+ off the mound. He was slated to play at the University of Miami. Highlights, anyone? And this is pretty cool. Pedro Martinez welcoming the newcomer to the Sox. That's one that you gotta frame. And Casas isn't the only guy that the Red Sox have drafted in 2018. Let's take a look at some of the others that went early on. In the second round, we've got Nick Decker out of Seneca High School in New Jersey. He committed to Maryland. In the third round, Durbin Feltman, who's at TCU. Fourth round, Cole Cottom out of Kentucky. Interesting fact on Cole, he wears the number 13 because he has had 13 surgeries on his right eye. Interesting fact on Cole, he wears the number 13 because he has had 13 surgeries on his right eye from congenital melanocytic nevus, a type of birthmark that occurs in an estimated 1% of infants worldwide. How about the fifth round? That was Thad Ward out of Central Florida. I gotta say, Decker was born in 1999. Durbin turned 21 in April, so I officially feel very old. From the new to the old, how about Dustin Pedroia? Well, he was back and now he is gone. On to the 10-day DL, that pesky knee injury he can't seem to shake. The second baseman had cartilage restoration surgery back in October on his left knee, which led to months of rehab, eventually making it back to Fenway on May 26th. 8 days later, he's back visiting the doctor who did the surgery with inflammation on the knee. Good news, it doesn't seem like there's any complications from the surgery, so expect to see Pedroia back after a little bit of treatment in the next few days. And guys, he's not the only person put on the 10-day DL. Biceps tendonitis has sidelined Drew Pomeranz, who has also landed himself on that list. It's been a tough go for the left-hand pitcher, who has allowed at least 4 runs in his last 3 starts. This season, Pomeranz is 1-3 with a 6.81 ERA. He was slated to start on Thursday against the Detroit Tigers. The Sox will recall Jalen Beeks from AAA in his place. It will be Beeks' Major League debut. So 2 guys are out, but that doesn't mean that the Red Sox aren't still killing it this season. They stay atop the AL East. They've won their last 3 games, rounding out their series with the Astros, and then in their first game of their homestand with the Tigers, shutting them out 6-0. So who's up for the Hot Sox? Well, they continue their homestand with Detroit, who are second in the AL Central Wednesday at 7:10. And if you missed that series, the Red Sox will stay at Fenway to take on the Chicago White Sox before heading out to Baltimore to take on the Orioles. So here we go. The Sox are in the number 1 spot, which has been the case for most of this season. But let's see the rest of the AL East standings. Sox are at 42-19. Right behind them, of course, the Yankees at 39-18. A tight race there, and third is Tampa Bay at 28-31. That will do it for this episode of Red Sox Now. Thanks so much for tuning in, and keep it locked in on Nesson.com. We've got all your Red Sox news throughout the season. We will see you next time. Bye, guys.